Hey folks, it's me Vance here, and I'm sitting here with my friend Miguel, who's been featured in not a whole lot of my videos, but he's been in a few of my videos, and we're going to interview him right now and ask him what it's been like to work with me on my YouTube videos. So, how you doing, Miguel?
Hey, I'm doing good, and you?
I'm doing fine. So, tell us about, try explain to the YouTubers who watch our videos, how you got involved in me. That sounded very inappropriate, but anyway, how you got involved in making videos with me.
Well, it was your idea. We used to go to a meeting together, which is Campus Crusade for Christ, which is now they call it Crew, but it's been a while. So yeah, while we were there, you were telling me of your ideas of making YouTube videos and all that. I know that Ghostbusters is one of your favorites in a series to get the inspirations from, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's how I got involved, man. You just asked me to join. I say yes, and we've been doing projects ever since.
As often as possible because unfortunately nowadays we have very hectic schedules. I have my full time work schedule, and what exactly do you do when you're not working on videos with me?
Well, I just check my emails, get my things done, and just finished writing my books that I just started last year in the summertime, actually.
Well, not recently, but I remember seeing a video I'm not on YouTube, but on Facebook that you posted about a book that you published. So you're a writer.
Yes, and a
So
novelist. But yeah, a
I
writer
was
as
gonna
well.
ask if you were what kind of writer you were, like a novelist or something like that. So you basically write novels.
Well, I write anything, actually. So yeah, I am a writer, actually, because writers go on top of everything.
Well, how much material have you written?
I've only written one so far, which is almost done actually, because it almost took me a year because of all the hectic scheduling with my parents and all that. But I'm glad it's all over, because you gotta lay your foot down softly and tell them, hey, this is what I'm doing. Let me finish doing my own thing, and then if we do have the time, and when we do have the time, then we'll help each other out. But for now, just let a boy and a man do his job, just like a woman and a girl. So, but yeah, that's just my saying, but that's just me saying in my head. But it works, you just gotta let people know you're on the job. So do it,
Hmm.
go for it.
So what's the name of your book?
The Hypocrisy, a code book for the hypocrites.
So basically, what's it about?
It's actually not. Well, I would say it's a fictional story taking place in a non-fictional world, which is New York City, and of course, it's that typical rich life story about four friends. Usually, one guy as being the main character with his three other friends, two girls and a guy, his best friend Charles, who embark on a journey of not just life and fashion, but also teaching the aspect of what this world has fallen into when it comes to hypocrisy and how prevalent it's become so in every job aspect of our lives, every occupation, every field of work, everywhere, religion, politics, even at home, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So it really goes a long way, yeah, and people need to realize that.
Are you working on anything right now?
Yes, I'm working on getting that book published. So once it's finished, creativity speaking, then it can go out on the stands as an ebook because I'm going the digital electronic path, the digital path, because a lot of people like to get their sources electronically nowadays.
Hmm.
So yeah.
So it hasn't been published yet?
I know it's about to be pretty soon, and then you'll whoever is signed in to my email account, which is diazmiguel67@gmail.com, you'll all get the notification, and on Mailchimp.com as well. If you'll join me up there, I'll accept you all, and you'll all be one of the first few people to actually get the leaked news on when my book is published and everything, and even maybe some samples to read too, so you can get hyped up and excited for when my book comes out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's real cheap to buy too.
Hmm. And also with working on YouTube, you actually have your own channel now.
Yes, it's titled Miguel Diaz right now, but I'm thinking of changing it to a username, putting it up there, because if you actually search my first and last name, which of course I just told you, you'll actually see that there's more than one Miguel Diaz, but the only difference is my picture is in art form, like driven in color pencil format, like if somebody drew me by coloring my face over. But yeah, I'm gonna have to add a username and just put my real name just as my profile account, just as my profile as a profile information. But yeah, I'll have to turn my username from a real name to an actual username so that people can know where to search me and when to find me easily. Because when you search someone like that by their username, you find them a lot faster and easier than just having a whole list of the same first and last names. So yeah.
Hmm. Getting back to what we were talking about earlier about you getting involved with making YouTube videos with me, when I asked you to help me to make videos on YouTube, what exactly inspired you to do it besides, just me asking you to do it? I mean, with the ideas that I presented to you, what exactly grasped your interest?
What actually grabs my interest is one, I'm a big fan of YouTube since it's released in 2005 when it was sold to Google by the creator himself, who is an Indian entrepreneur. I believe, yeah, an Indian entrepreneur who sold it to Google the following year in '06. So it's been getting a lot of hype, and I like the creative contents it has now to make it easier to not just you have your own custom thumbnail, which is the picture of the video that you see on a list before you click on a video, but also how to be like a pro and go pro, like a real YouTuber does.
Hmm. Trying to think of another question.
Go ahead,
Let me see.
lay it on me.
Of all the videos that we have worked on, which one are you the most proud of? Which one is your favorite?
My favorite is actually the video of us together and also me as a Jehovah's Witness interview with a Jehovah's Witness, which a part two will still have to be made because I remember in the video I did say I would be back with more details, so I'm ready for that.
Mm-hmm. We'll
Yeah,
probably do that after this interview.
yeah, probably.
Okay, so I think if I remember correctly, there were times that you were talking about, converting to other religions or at least just studying other religious texts and just pretty much studying other religions. So could you clarify on that?
Yeah, well, for me right now, I'm just studying other religions because I'm very fascinated with religion as a whole, you know. I'm very happy with all the details that we get. And you know, it's really much about doing deep research on each and every one before deciding to even, telling the next person, listen, this is what the Bible says, for example. If you believe in the Torah or your Quran, I get it. You know, it's a religious book. Just remember, we don't force anybody to join a certain group, nor do we ever threaten them or make them do so by torturing, because that's not gonna work in this life and time, especially with the 21st century advancing further into greater and much harsher times. Much harsh times, greater and much harsh times. It depends on where we're going. Just read the Bible, folks, and your other religious books, but do deep studies and make sure it's from the right sources.
Hmm. Okay, let me see. Uh, Still trying to think of another question. Um, how have you always felt working with me and with other people who have worked on these videos, like Colin and George? How have you felt about working with us?
I feel great working with you guys. A bit scared and paranoid, or paranoid and scared, if I do say so myself sometimes, because I know that with before filming a video, we always discuss certain ideas on what the projects will be, and you know that I sometimes do tell you, Vance, I'm a little bit scared or wary or feeling a bit awy or eerie about this and that, it's just making it work in the end, because we're not here to scare you people or anybody that's watching this video, but it's just telling you all how I feel about working with them and what I feel on the project sometimes.
Well, to go with that, have you ever felt uncomfortable working with us at certain times?
Yes, two or three times, maybe to one at a point. Cause like I know before you had some ideas that you want to do, like scary videos of that sort and all that, and I was always wondering what is it about, and if it's something scary, like let's say a boogeyman popping out of your closet, or a monster under your bed happens to be a vampire or a werewolf stalking you by the treetops at night, then yeah, that kind of scares me a lot from watching those horror movies, from watching all those horror movies as a kid, really.
Hmm. Let me see. I was gonna ask you if there was any other videos that you felt the opposite of that you felt comfortable with and you felt at peace and at ease with.
Oh, well, not really. No other videos that I can think of, but like I know I think of a lot of them all the time. It's just that my mind is not working with me right now. As in it is, it's just that I really don't have any other videos I felt opposite to working with you guys with or about, you know?
Hmm.
But yeah, that's all I can say. Just covering that general detail of the topic.
Well, with that, have you ever felt that anything that we wanted to do went against any of your beliefs, like your Jehovah's Witness beliefs or any personal moral beliefs?
Yes, not really much of a personal moral beliefs, but more of like a religious beliefs. Like I do read the Bible a lot, and I try to stay away from all the scary stuff at the same time while reading the Bible.
Well, you do understand that with the horror videos that you're talking about, that we're not honoring Satan, that we're not doing things like that, we're not really playing with Ouija boards, we're not calling real demons to this house, we're not invoking any evil spirits, we're just doing what filmmakers have done ever since the beginning of cinema in the 20th century, or however early it's been, when Bela Lugosi played Dracula in Dracula and Boris Karloff played the monster in Frankenstein, and as Vincent Price made his appearances in popular horror films.
Right, I know that we're not doing the real stuff, because there hasn't been any Ouija boards from what I've seen in the videos, which is
We've
good.
never used Ouija boards because we, regardless, we may have a devil puppet that we use in our videos, but we do not have any real devil worshipping or evil spirit invoking stuff. Just letting you, the viewers, know that we are not into the occult. However,
Yeah.
we are only interested in horror movies and ghost stories. That's about it.
Yeah, well, I understand. We're not trying to scare you guys or anything like that. I'm just saying, for me personally, I try to stay away from that as much as possible. So I don't know what's in your mind right now, my good friend Vance, but I'm just saying, nothing wrong with anything
Well,
of that.
usually you've been involved with Ghostbuster videos.
Yeah.
How have you felt about the Ghostbuster videos?
The Ghostbusters videos aren't so bad, because the good thing about the videos is you can actually drain the ghost and any other forces into the what's the box called? I'm sorry,
The box. Let me
the
see.
proton box or something.
No, I think it's just called the Ghost Trap, and then they put it in the containment unit.
Yes. At least the good thing is that the ghosts are not that scary from the other movies of the past, but like, these guys are just trying to keep things out of harm's way, keep New York City out of harm's way and all that. Because they got their famous fire station where they filmed the two Ghostbusters movies in Tribeca, New York City.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Let me see. Well, I'm not sure if I have any other questions, so I guess this pretty much ends the video unless you have any comments that you want to make.
Yeah, the comment is, hey, stay away from drugs, hyped up your grades, kids, as in get all straight A's, and yeah, whatever you see in the movies, don't do them. Do not try to imitate them because a lot of people have gotten in trouble for imitating action and shooting sequence films. You know, just action movies in general, because shooting sequences are part of the action. But yeah, don't try to even make a comedy video unless it is just for laughs. That's fine. Just don't hurt yourselves. Like they say, don't try this at home. And that doesn't just mean for the house, but anywhere. So yeah, just be safe, be nice to people, pray to Jehovah God, and read the Bible every day. And this is not to force you guys, but this is as an advice, because our Heavenly Father doesn't force us to do these things. I'm just taking the safe route, and I hope you all do the same with love and respect.
All right. Well, thank you for this interview, Miguel.
You're welcome, and thank you for the comments.
Not a problem. So, thank you guys for watching. If you have comments of your own, leave them in the comment section below, and we'll see you later.
All right, my friend.